You guys have been absolutely loving my Blink decks lately, so we're going to be doing it here today again. We're going to be looking at an Esper Blink deck, and it's going to be taking advantage of that prototype mechanic once again. If you guys don't know what that means, essentially we run things like the Hulking Metamorph and the Phyrexian Flesh Gorger, and we're going to be playing these for the cheap halves of the card, the smaller versions of themselves, and then we're going to blink them out of the battlefield and back in and get, you know, we're going to basically exploit the fact that they come back in as their bigger versions of themselves. It's a really cool way to exploit the prototype mechanic. Now, the Metamorph is something I want to talk about. That card comes in and copies another card on the battlefield, but it stays with its own power and toughness, and it's still an artifact creature, which is pretty cool. But the things we're going to be targeting with this is things like the Spirited Companion and the Aether Channeler to draw extra cards or to bounce opponents' permanents back to their hand. And then we're going to be blinking this in the late game to hopefully be copying our win con, which is the Sanctuary Warden. And we're going to have a bunch of these flying around, and it's going to be a much bigger version of the Sanctuary Warden because it's going to be 7/7 naturally. And it's going to be a nice way to win the game. We're going to be blinking things though with Planar Incision and Touch of the Spirit Realm. We are not going with the Golden Argosy package, which has got some, you know, pluses and minuses. The Golden Argosy can blink multiple things at one time, which is great, but I do want to go with a different version today just for you know, the purposes of being different. The Planar Incision though and the Touch of the Spirit Realm, you can blink your creatures at instant speed to hopefully throw your opponent for a loop and keep them guessing. But the deck was a ton of fun. We're gonna break this thing down in full at the end of today's video, so stick around for that. We're gonna get right into the gameplay footage, but before I do, if you guys enjoy content just like this, if you wouldn't mind giving the video a like, subscribe, all that good stuff helps out an absolute ton, and I would greatly appreciate it. But with that being said, guys, enjoy today's video, and we'll see you back here at the end. Peace out. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we've got a really good one for you. We're playing another Blink deck. I know you guys love the Blink decks. I could tell by the numbers on the views of the last one we posted and the ones prior to that even. You guys absolutely love when we do Blink. So today we're going to be blinking again, and we're going to be doing it in Esper, and we're going to be doing it in a more what's the word I'm looking for? A more instant speed type of fashion. We do have Planar Incision, which is an instant speed spell that blinks our creatures immediately, but we're also going to be really heavy on the Circle of Confinement, I'm sorry, not the Circle of Confinement, what's the other one? Touch of the Spirit Realm. So we're going to be doing a lot of that stuff where we do it at instant speed and bounce our creature, bring them back to the field instead of doing the Golden Argosy like we normally do. There's none of that in the deck. We're not going to be trying to play that 4-mana creature and going a little bit slower. There aren't as many big hitters in Esper, so we're going to be more focused and on you know, one creature at a time. And our hand here is looking good. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to handle this. I think what I'm going to do here is actually just bounce this back to their hand, slow them down a little bit here, slow them down while I set up for a Gix's command potentially. Get rid of that, attack in. And I do have an Undercover Operative, which I can copy like the Channeler with. The Channeler. I love that. How mad are they going to be at me, you think? Pretty mad, huh? They're probably going to be pretty mad. Because they're clearly trying to use this for mana, right? Because they took a 2-land hand and thought, oh, Giada will get us out of this trouble. So if I keep bouncing Giada back to their hand, they're going to have a hard time. Especially if they don't find that third land drop. Oh yeah, now they got to discard the hand size too. You hate to see it. All right, I don't anticipate the opponent here blocking, but we have a couple of different tricks we can do if they do. We do have the Seat of the Empire, which is great. Or I can go with the Gix's Command. But looks like they walk into the Seat of the Empire, so I'll take it. I will take it. Yeah, this is a bad matchup. Unfortunately, the opponent kept a pretty bad hand here, so this should be a little bit of a scoop situation. The opponent says good game. I say good game. Discard the hand size. They pass the turn. We're still playing. Let's attack in here. And Undercover Operative seems fine. Let's go ahead and go here. Draw a card. Another land is perfect because now we can get the Warden down. Warden, we draw some cards. There's the scoop. GG's. All right. Opponent seemed a bit salty there. Nothing I could have done about it. I mean, I didn't deal the cards out, unfortunately, but I do know how that feels, unfortunately. And the fact that we caught on to Giada trying to mana fix for them early and bouncing it, I think really irritated them. But, you know, had to do what we got to do. On to the next one. Oh, man. This deck is so much fun. I can't wait to show you guys the Metamorphosis that can change into other cards. It's so good. It's so beyond good. That last game was just so funny to me because I recently, oh, there's the Metamorph. I don't even want to talk about it, but I recently received a comment about somebody saying I was a jerk because I had played through after an opponent gave me a good game and was clearly beaten. But it's like, if you guys say good game and you're clearly beaten, then just concede, you know what I mean? Like, don't pass the turn, because I'm gonna go through my turn, because you know how many times that I've had an opponent say good game to me and then I play a card and they flash in like a Wandering Emperor and I get completely screwed because they were just saying good game as more of an insult than they meant actually good game. So I don't know what the opponent's got, you know what I mean? Only they know what they have. So if you guys say good game, just concede, you know, especially if it bothers you that I'm continuing to play. The opponent kept another 2-land hand again. What is going on here? All right, well, we're gonna go with the Metamorph. This is crazy. We get 2 opponents back to back, just keeping horrible hands here. We find our land drop, which is very key to us winning this game. I don't think they can come back from this. Our hand looks so good. All we need now is a planar incision, and there's almost nothing the opponent can do because we're going to just start bouncing things like crazy. All right. Not the most ideal draw there, but it's a card. Attack in, no blocks. I figured as much. Spirited Companions, draw another card. Land? Oh, it's a planar incision. All right, that should do it. If I get a land though, and I can get the Warden in, we can show you guys some really cool things here. I want to show you guys how busted this Metamorph card is, because I can bounce this and then it will become a target of another creature that I choose, which is really, really cool. Ah, bummer. Bummer. At least we get the land, which means the Warden does come in. We get to draw a card. And we get another land. All right, perfect. No attacks. They have a 2/3 flyer out there, which is going to draw them cards too, which should get them back into this game a little bit. Oh wow, okay, 2 of them. So yeah, they're in this. They are in this. But here's where things get really out of hand for the opponent. I'm gonna go ahead and drop a Metamorph into the field here. Copy the Warden. Let's go ahead and take the shield counter, and we're gonna take both shield counters here from this one because we're gonna blink it again and do this all over. So attack in here, take this shield counter. Valor Stance, okay. Gives indestructibility. And we have 2 planar incisions, which is just absurd, guys, because like I said, you're gonna see what we're about to do here, and it is nasty. What we're about to do is absolutely nasty. It should be illegal. All right, I hope they try to maybe kill the 3/3 Warden. I don't think they would. Obviously they take out the real deal, but this is gonna be so fun. This is gonna be so fun, guys. Watch this. This is gonna be crazy. All right, they're gonna try to kill it with a Valor Stance. Yep, perfect. All right, so then we go here. We planar incision. It comes back in as a copy of the Wandering Emperor, or the Sanctuary Warden. We get another reset on the shield counters, and it's an 8/8 body. And it's because it came in as its bigger half of the 7/7 when we blink it, which we did learn about that the last time we played the prototypes. Oh, that's really good too. I mean, sure. All right. Get in for 8. Shield. Let's take out the 1/1 counter. Let's keep the shield counter on just in case. And then we still have the planar incision. I'm gonna hang on to it though. Do I play the flesh gorger? Maybe I do. Yeah, let's play the flesh gorger. They're mono white, so if it's gonna be something that kills my creature, it's gonna be through some sort of exiling effect, which I wouldn't be able to stop with the shield counter anyways. They do have Valor stance though, so yeah, maybe I'm right in keeping the shield counter on it. But planar incision, really the card I was considering to hold up there as opposed to playing the flesh gorger, but I'm going to go a little bit more greedy here and go with the flesh gorger play, which we could next turn bounce with the incision and turn into a big 7/6 body. Okay, they're going to search their library for a plains card, which seems extremely odd when you have that many plains already, and scrying for 2 and gaining 2. Okay, 2 to the bottom, land. 1 card in hand. Can it stop anything that we have on field here? They pay 3. That goes to exile. And that's game. GG's. All right. Nice. Very nice. We were able to do the little combo with the Metamorph, which was awesome. That's really the main thing I kind of wanted to show you guys, is how good that can be. And I'm super happy we were able to do it with the Wandering Emperor. Such a cool card. What a good game there, man. Again, though, the opponent keeping a little bit of a slow hand. I hope this next opponent, you know, tries to push us here to the limit, because it's been a little bit of a smooth sailing process so far. And I kind of hope we can go a little bit harder in the paint here. So pretty good starting hand for us. We get the Spirited Companion out on curve this time instead of having to wait for the tap lands. So I'll keep this all day. But I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, man. Thanks for watching today's video. I do appreciate it a lot. I went to bed way too late last night. Way too late. The new Call of Duty's out, man, and on Friday nights me and my buddies play, and man, we couldn't stop playing. I was up till like 2. I was like, this is going to just completely destroy my entire schedule. And sure enough, it did. Woke up at 8 to go take my son to tennis with my wife, and now I'm miserable. Now I'm miserable. All right, so they attack in with the Stowaway, no big deal. They do draw a card, but they do have to discard 1. And they're on some Dimir action, though, so could be a lot of different things. And that's a problem. That is a problem. What do I want to do here? I think I want to Channeler this and bounce this back to their hand. It's not the worst idea. Obviously, I could exile it, but I do kind of want to save these. Yeah, I think I'm going to just bounce this back to their hand, make them replay it. It could really slow them down here. It's a 2-mana spell that doesn't have haste, so it's not like they're going to be able to get, you know, a ton of value off of it. And then they're going to have to either create a ninja or plus the Kaito just to discard a card, which is never really the best thing for them. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if that bites me in the butt or not. I kind of like the play, but it doesn't feel great. Part of me wanted to create a bird there too, because, you know, dealing 4 to the Kaito next turn, but I feel like there's going to be some form of disruption along the way here. Oh man. Oh, I'm so tired. Wake up. Wake up.
Wake up!
Our eyes are everywhere.
Alright. I'm good. I am good. Alright, so what do we do though with this board right here? Because we can bounce that token with another Aether Channeler, which would be pretty awesome. But then we don't really get through with 2 damage. So Kaito would still be left with 1, and I would lose an Aether Channeler on the attack. So how do we proceed, you know? I think that's still the play though, right? I mean, it's gotta be, right? We bounce the token. Seems like the right idea. They clearly block the 2/1, but at least we get the Kaito down to 1 loyalty, and they're out of creatures on board here, which, you know, Stowaway's gone. So, and then I can use the Gixis command at any point too to bring back 2 creatures from my graveyard. So bringing back these Aether Channelers later could be pretty solid. And it's a Liliana of the Veil. I'm not too scared of that. I'm actually okay with that play. Yeah, I'm okay with that. If that's all you want to do, I'm chilling. Now they're gonna draw and discard. We kill Kaito. We don't care if they're making us discard as long as they're discarding as well. I don't care. Should be able to draw a boatload of cards later, depending on what our top decks look like. See if they got a land drop. They did. Okay, good. 3 cards in hand that we got to worry about. All right, sacrifice creatures highest. Yeah, so it's not necessarily sacrifice a planeswalker, so that's not too good yet. Let's go ahead and play out the Flesh Gorger, and then we'll blink it. I think that's a fantastic play, if I'm being honest. All right, end our turn. Touch of the Spirit Realm on their turn. Let's put a stop right here so we don't forget. Well, it looks like they may be targeting it anyways, which is awesome. Even better. They got to pay the 3. Let them pay the 3 real quick before we answer. Enchanted creature loses all abilities. The green white citizen creature to face power and top is 1/1 legend first. Okay. That's fine. It's fine. That is a-okay. Now what? Now what's your next move? Okay. We got to keep a really close eye here on this stop because I've been known to pass the turn into this end step, and if you end step the Touch of the Spirit Realm, you're not going to get the creature back until you're following end step. So you got to be very careful. So this is the latest I could possibly do this right here. And now it's coming back with its full 7/6 body, just absolutely ready to roll through this opponent. Man, feels bad, man. Oh, 7/5 body, sorry. That's my bad. That's my bad. All right, let's let's attack. How do we want to do it? Part of me doesn't care if Liliana's on the battlefield, if I'm being honest, because they didn't even want to discard a card that last turn. So I think we just attack here. And I mean, I'll offer the trade here if you want to take it. I'll offer it. You want it? You'd rather have Liliana even though you're not going to plus it and do anything with it? All right, fair enough. And yeah, let's end our turn. I can flash this in at any point to close this game out. 10 power total, and then I have another Touch of the Spirit Realm, which could save my Flesh Gorger. I guess there's no point in putting a stop here. If they have something, they have something. If they don't, they don't.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it.
All right, well, I maybe had done that the wrong way. I probably should have just countered that with this, but instead I'm going to use this. Either way, it works. I should have done this to blow up Liliana. And I didn't blow up Liliana because there was a small chance there that they would have drawn into a 2-mana kill spell. So that's why I didn't kill Liliana and give them a card. They clearly had no priority holds against us, so I wasn't going to risk killing Liliana just so they could potentially draw into an Infernal Grasp and save themselves. So GG's. I hope that Urtai play made sense of not, giving them an extra card. I know the alert kind of went off in the background. It was kind of loud, but yeah, I just didn't want to give them that extra chance there to kill my creature. So all right, what do we got? Ooh, you know what, it's not ideal, but I'm going to keep it because we have all the setup cards. Now we just got to draw into a creature. Any one of my creatures will do, preferably Spirited Companion or Aether Channeler. Either one I'm going to be pretty happy with, because then we can metamorph onto it. All right. Opponent on some mono whites and a Spirited Companion. Is it going to be enchantments or what are we looking at here? We did not hit anything for the Metamorphosis to hit, so just going to wait. Unfortunate for us, but we do have the Sweeper with the Gix's command, so mono white's a good sign for the command. Yep, looks like it's gonna be Selesnya enchants. Surprise, surprise. We've got all the shenanigan cards, just looking for the cards that actually do things. Well, now at this point, I'm hoping for another land so I can get the Gix's command off. If they play anything, that is. They've been really holding steady to not playing any spells, which is very surprising. All right, pass the turn. Silent Spider is a creature that does something, but we've only got 2 in the deck for a reason. It's not a good card for the Metamorph to copy. The Dusk Mangler, on the other hand, very, very good to copy. So let's hope we can get that copied at some point. All right, give me a blue source here. I could really use it. Come on, blue. Wow, really? I guess there's no point in not playing this card out. Get rid of the Harmony, because the Harmony, you know, being able to copy draw effects is going to be really annoying. And it looks like they've only got the 1 green source right now, so they're going to be struggling to hit what they need here. Okay, well, now they're not. They are out blinking me, and I'm the blink deck. Very good. Very good. Well, I mean, when the shuffler's off, the shuffler's off, right? What do I do about it, you know? There's nothing I can do about it. The shuffler is just abusing me right now. That's tough. All right, well, a Gix's command still in hand, still able to save the day at some point if this gets out of control, I hope. But if these creatures scale upwards, which they plan to do, we might not get a good sweep here. And that, of course, is all, you know, dependent on us getting a land, which doesn't look like it's going to happen. Yep. Should have guessed it. Should have guessed it. Just get absolutely screwed by our own deck here. It's all good, though. I mean, there's nothing we could have done. Nothing we could have done any better. Except for maybe mulligan that hand away. But it wasn't a bad hand. I'm telling you guys. We get 1 Spirited Companion, 1 Urtai, 1 Aether Channeler. Just any 1 creature that does something. And we start copying with the Metamorph. Like, we're good to go. So, I'm not too upset. It happened. It happened. I mean, extremely, extremely late here. Much would have rather had a land come down. Much would have rather had a land come down. And I would imagine they're going to play some sort of exiling effect. They've got the, you know, the Harmony in the deck. So the fact that they're running that tells me they're probably also running exiling tools. The opponent's attacking into us. We're just going to try to survive another turn here. Glorious Sunrise. Now that's a card. That is a card. Hey, we get another land. Let's blow everything up and return 2 creatures from my graveyard to my hand. And discard it right away again. Yeah, probably the move. That's probably the move. We don't have a second blue source, so there's really nothing we can do with this at all. We just have the Aether Channeler, which very cool, but not going to get the job done. All right. Fair enough. They're going to gain some life because that's really the best thing they can do right now, so... Urtai. Everybody in the club getting tie. All right, let's go ahead and kill everything. Return the spider for no reason, just so I can discard it again. Man, we are just locked up right now. We're so far behind that we're just kind of like trying every single turn to cling to that 2 life, and it's really, really tough to do. It's so tough to do. If I get a blue source off the top, I mean, there's a chance, but it's a very, very slim chance. And we didn't get it anyways, so... I guess we Urtai and then block. Urtai away the Weaver, block the 1/1 spirits. Block the 2/2 spirits. Oh, man. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it, guys. I'm probably just gonna end up scoopsy doopsying here. Let them attack in. I just want to see if they do with this. If they give everything 1/1 and trample, then I'm toast. Yeah, I'm pretty toast. Yeah, I can't. Well, I can actually survive. What am I saying? I can survive this. Yeah. They tapped their Weaver, which was a mistake. You're gonna regret that. All right, let's destroy this. We're still alive. We're still in this. I say we're still in this. We're not in this. We were out a long time ago, man. We took like what, 9 turns off? Nothing we could have possibly done. 9 turns just to find mana. Ugh, what a bummer. What a bummer. It's okay though. It happens, man. It happens. Yeah, not our fault. We just gotta keep it pushing. All right, tough loss there, but you know, nothing we can do about it. I do think that in most circumstances we could beat that, you know, that Selesnya enchant deck with our build. There's a lot of combinations of cards that I think would do really well against them, but we didn't get the opportunity, unfortunately. So that is what it is. We got a pretty good starting hand here going first. I'll take this all day. Hopefully we can work our way up to that Sanctuary Warden, because I'd like to do some copy madness with that. We saw how good that can be. It'd be really cool too to copy some Dusk Mangler action, like get that down and then, you know, turn one of our Metamorphs into it. That'd be pretty fun. All right, kick things off here with the dual land. Uh-oh, mono red. Not good. Not good. We need to get a command if we're gonna have a shot here, I think. They must have just top decked that. That's pretty bonkers. Oh, geez. Okay. Here we go. Let the pain begin. All right, so with this being our matchup here, I think with the Channeler, I think bouncing this is obviously not a smart idea. They just replay it. Creating a 1/1 flying bird could be good, but if they give it trample, I don't know. Let's just draw a card. I mean, we have an Urtai coming down next turn. I need to make sure we hit our land drops so we can get down to the Warden. Yeah, that's fine. No big deal. That's a pretty big deal, though. I mean, if they want to swing with both of them, I will definitely trade here. That's a big value exchange for me, in my opinion. All right, and then we Urtai. I'm going to do it now so it doesn't turn to nighttime. I know it doesn't really matter that much, but does it? Excuse me. Does it matter? Not really. I guess we just flash it in. Never let them know your next move, you know what I mean? I was literally trying to avoid that. Oh, I clicked the next before my upkeep. Gosh darn it. It doesn't really matter. I think that they were going to swing in regardless. They were definitely going to attack regardless of whether or not I did this prior to combat. So, but giving it trample though is what really annoys me. We just took 2 unnecessary points of damage. How frustrating. And we miss a land drop. Yikes. Okay. Well, hopefully we hit a land drop off of this, and then we can get down to Aether Channeler as well. Nice. Or we can Void Rend, actually. The more I'm looking at this, we probably want to Void Rend, huh? Yeah, let's go ahead and pass the turn and just Void Rend here. That was frustrating, man. Some of these priority hold locks that you think are going to help you out, and then there is no priority hold, and then it just skips on over. It's tough. Ronin. That's a card. I actually think I'm going to take Ronin out, believe it or not. I'm going to take Ronin out here because this will be able to be taken out at any point in the game. So I think that's fine. I need a land. I need a land, like, for sure. There we go. Okay. Okay, now we're playing Magic. Now they're in trouble. Now they're in trouble. Here we go. Now we got the Metamorph coming in as the Warden. We saw how good that can be, and we have a planar incision immediately to, you know, exploit that. This is going to be absurd. This is going to be absurd. The opponent contemplating on the attack here. They don't go for it. I didn't think they would. All right, Metamorph comes in. We copy the Warden. We take both these shield counters because we're trying to just create extra 1/1s and draw cards, and then we're going to bounce this and make it much bigger. So let's go ahead and exploit those mechanics. We'll play this tapped because we just want to play the incision here. We attack in here, boom boom, take the shield counter off. This might actually entice our opponent and bait them into an attack on us as well, which is pretty solid. Or a burn mechanic, which they clearly might have here. Down to 15. Down to 15. Yep, Kami's Flare. Not going to cut it, unfortunately for them. Goes out, comes back in as a copy of the Warden. We get to do this all over again. And there's the scoop. Yeah, I don't think they'd want to... I don't think they want to stick around after that, to be honest. That's probably our best combination we can do, is getting that Metamorph down and then cheating it back in for its bigger half, especially when you're copying the Warden. I don't think there's a better creature to really be copying there, so GG. All right, that was a really good game. Again, that Warden combination I think is probably our strongest combination, aside from the Dusk Mangler. We probably... you know, odds are we aren't going to see the Dusk Mangler combination, but if we can get that down, that's going to be our next best thing. It's going to be a lot more offensive than it is going to be, you know, getting us cards and creating us defensive bodies. But it's a lot more fun too, man. Creating Dusk Mangler after Dusk Mangler that are like 8/8s. Hey, it's Vamph. We played him earlier today. Vamph is a member of our channel and hangs out in the streams a lot. What's going on, friend? All right, Vamph beat me earlier today, that's for sure. I forget what I was playing earlier. I don't think it was this deck though. Oh, that's not good. That is not good because they take the Spirited Companion and then we're out of mana options. So hopefully our top deck's just our mana. Okay, they didn't take the Companion, thank goodness. Thank goodness for that. Evangel. That's a good card. Ah, we missed the land drop. Hopefully this will find it for us so we don't slow down here. Nice. Okay, didn't miss the land drop. Good stuff. Spirited Companion in play, thank goodness. And I would imagine this next play from our opponent... Oh no, they didn't drop a white source. I thought it was going to definitely be Rafine, but no white source, so... Let's go with the Aether Channeler. I'm just afraid of counter magic. Okay, no counter magic. Good. Draw a card. We need that land. Oh, didn't hit it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We're still in a decent-ish spot here. Okay. Fairy Vandal. I think this was the same deck they were playing earlier. Okay. Honestly, that double block here seems fine. Let's Void Rent this before we draw a card. I think that's a good idea. Nice, we get another land. Perfect. Next turn I have a Gix's Command, which can get us back our 2 creatures and blow up their board, hopefully. Oh, Pilgrim is a good card. I don't have a great answer for that. Okay. No great answer right now. We did get a land though. That's really good. Let's do one of these. All right, now Teferi's gonna probably have to make a token, I would imagine. Yep, there's the token, which we have some great answers for.
Nice to see a familiar face.
There's some really solid answers for it. Gonna have to put some form of a beatdown on that Teferi at some point. That thing's gonna grow and grow and grow. It's gonna be hard to keep up with, that's for sure. Another undercover operative. I love that. Let's go with Aether Channeler. Let's bounce this. And then we'll planar incision on their turn. And hopefully look to an attack on Teferi. We've got a lot of really good options here, but I just need Teferi not to draw cards, but they're drawing cards now. So they're in a pretty good spot here. Despair, huh? That's a pretty bonkers card. Man. That is a pretty good card, I can't lie. Let's go ahead and just take the 6, I guess, and give him 3 cards. Gotta do something about this Teferi, so it's the only thing I can think of right now to, you know, deal. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Thank goodness. That was a clutch top deck. I was just creating extra bodies to try to do as much damage as I possibly could, but this works out nicely. Let's go ahead and give them the extra card here. Kill Teferi. Man, you really hate to see Invoke Despair come down there. That was brutal. Good news is I can steal all their Invoke Despairs if I play out the Silent Spider next turn, which I just might do. I'll happily double block here. I need to just make sure I don't take any damage here, so. Wow. Well, that's something. That is something. All right. This is getting tough. This is getting really tough. All right. We'll go with the operative here. Let's create my own Shieldred. And we'll say go. Oh, Invoke Despair wins them the game, man. Fairy Vandal comes in, that's fine. I'll discard a card. This is a nail biter. This is a nail biter. I'm pretty sure I'm dead here, but I mean, it's all about whether or not they can find that Invoke Despair. Really, that's what it kind of comes down to. Especially because they got this Fairy Vandal over the top, which is brutal. Brutal. Okay. Man, stealing the Invoke Despair is like the only thing I've got, I feel like, going for me here. Ugh, what do I do? What do I do? I think we have to take this, right? Have to. And then make them replay this. Smack them for 8. Deal another 2. And then if we can somehow copy the Aether Channeler next turn, maybe do some more bouncing. But, you know, Shieldred's definitely going to come back down again, I'd imagine. Yeah, there it is. All right. All right. All right. Is there any 2-mana kill spells here? There are, right? The Go for the Throat. So maybe we take the Go for the Throat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to hit a land drop, though, off the top in order for that to work. Didn't get a land drop. But I did get my copy spell. Which does win me the game, I think. I think this wins me the game. I take 1 damage to... Oh, no, I don't. Okay. I think this wins me the game, guys. So the way I'm going to do this, I bounce this back to their hand. Deal 2 with my attack. And then 2 from the Shieldred when they draw a card. Oh, let's go! Let's freaking go, dude. Oh my gosh, what a game, Vamp. Hey, if you're watching this, Oh, did you beat me? Oh, okay. Anyways, great game, man. And like I said, Vanth completely whooped me the earlier today with this build. I don't know what I was playing though. I think I was playing something else. I think I was playing an Esper Planeswalker deck, but very good game, man. Wow, that came down to the wire. I definitely did not think I was going to be able to pull that out late, but I think copying the Shieldred is where I got most of my success there in the end game. But man, that was close. GG. That will conclude today's gameplay portion of the video. We are going to break the deck down and talk about it a little bit further, but before I do so, I wanted to give a huge shout out to everyone who made it this far to the video, because it means a lot with the YouTube algorithm when you stick around longer. So thank you for hanging out with me all the way to the end. You guys are absolutely mad lads for that. Thank you so much. I do very much appreciate it. With that being said, let's take a look at today's build, man. It's so much fun. We had a really good time with this thing because of the hulking metamorph. The card I kind of built this deck around for blinking because it's a really cool card. It can come in and copy any other, creature or artifact, which is pretty cool. And when you copy it though, it stays its 3/3, it stays with its 3/3 body, and it's still, the artifact creature. But when you blink this out of field and comes back in, you guys got to see how absurd that is when you're copying things like the Sanctuary Warden. We didn't even get to really do it with the Dusk Mangler too much, but that would be absurd as well, being a second Dusk Mangler for 7/7. But man, this deck was a ton of fun, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this one today. Couple of things I wanted to talk about, obviously, is the Planar Incision and the Touch of the Spirit Realm as our choices to blink here. I know we've got things like the Golden Argosy, which we've used plenty of times before in the past. It's a good way to blink a lot of things at one time, but there are some pluses and minuses to take away here, right? So Golden Argosy is a great way to blink multiple creatures at once. Pretty clutch, I'm not gonna lie. That might be a really good reason just to put this in the deck and cut back on a couple Incisions and a couple Spirit Realms. But I just wanted to be different today. Wanted to play this completely different from what we normally do, so it didn't look super similar. Just to showcase to you guys multiple ways to play a certain deck. But I would say that the Golden Argosy does have a place in this deck. You can absolutely throw it in here. Like I said, make a couple of cuts. Being that we're in Esper, we've got a lot of really cool control cards like Void Rend, Urtai Resurrected, which is really fun because we can use this to kill things and then blink it, killing other things, or even countering spells. You can blink this with Planar Incision and then counter a spell, which is pretty awesome. We've also got the spider. The Silent Spider is really cool because we can steal things from our opponent's graveyard, which we only splash 2 in here because we're not exactly discarding our opponent's spells and putting them in the graveyard. So this isn't always going to have targets, but at least having 2 in here, because if we can blink this and steal multiple things from the opponent, could be pretty good. But we already talked about the Dusk Mangler. We know how good the Flesh Gorger is, especially when we blink this thing in and out of the field, back in as its bigger form. Sanctuary Warden, what can I say about that, man? That is definitely the win con here when we attach the Metamorph to it. And then we went with the Gix's Command for some sweep action. This has been a very consistent sweeper spell for me lately. I've been really enjoying it. And then I went with Undercover Operative. Operative is really cool here because we can copy one of our creatures and give ourselves a shield counter, but we also got to use this to copy our opponent's things, which can be pretty clutch at times. But I will say this, a little bit of the synergies is thrown out the window slightly with these 2 cards being legendary. These 2 cards are legendary, which is tough because Abzan does offer a lot more permanents you can blink and get more value out of. But Esper offers some really cool tools as well, but some of them are, legendary. So blinking these in and out of the field is fine, but copying them with things like the Metamorph or the Operative doesn't exactly pan out for us. So there is a little bit of synergistic problems here, but overall, I think the idea here is really, really good. Plus, you can always add in some of these spots, like maybe even the Silent Spider, you can add in a Circuit Bender, which is a really good tool for any blink deck. You can just kind of fit this in at any point, anywhere in the deck. But yeah, I always suggest that you guys take my decks and change them, guys. My decks are definitely not set in stone by any means. They're not exactly meta beaters. Like, you can't just craft my deck and go in and just run it to Mythic most of the time, or high Mythic or whatever. You're gonna have to maybe make some tweaks here and there, make it a little bit better. But last things we want to talk about here are obviously Spirit Companion and Aether Channeler. Some really good cards when you're talking about Esper and wanting to get an extra card draw or value out of blinking things. These are some really good options. We got to see how good the Aether Channeler's bounce mechanic is. Being able to bounce the opponent's things over and over again to slow them down to set up our bigger plays has been really, really good. But yeah, guys, a ton of fun. I really enjoyed this thing. Blink decks have been one of my favorite things to do, and I really enjoy that you guys enjoy them. You guys have been really giving a lot of love to my blink decks lately. So here's another one for you guys. I hope you can take this, spin it around, make it really, really good. And hopefully the idea with the hulking metamorph is really that's the main thing I wanted to show you guys, is how cool this card can really be if you're copying other creatures, which is really fun to do. But yeah, that'll conclude today's video, man. We've got a really, really solid week of videos for you. I just got finished recording Thursday's video, and at least the first 4 videos I got done this week are some of my favorites we've made. So I hope you guys enjoyed those this week. But before I get out of here, huge shout out as always to the Mardu Mob. If you guys don't know, the Mardu Mob is the membership program here on the channel, so gotta give them a huge shout out at the end of every video to let them know I do appreciate them a lot for everything they do as far as supporting the channel. So thank you for that. I appreciate you. And yeah, just thanks for everything, guys. Thanks for watching, thanks for viewing the channel, liking the video, all that good stuff, subscribing. We've grown a long way since the channel started, and sometimes it's nice to look back and just give my thanks to you guys for everything, because you guys have really changed my life for the better. So thank you for that. I do appreciate it. And I think that's it, guys. We're gonna see you guys on the next video tomorrow. Until next time, peace out.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Spacey, Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man, man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.